Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to everyone who watched this video. My name is Muhammad Bahtiar, and today I will explain about the voice, speaker, and tone, and also the imagery in poetry. Without further ado, let's start the video. Our first topic is voice, speaker, and tone. Speaker. In poetry, the speaker refers to the voice behind the words, the persona, or a character created by the poet to narrate or communicate the poem. The speaker is not necessarily the poet themselves, it's a fictional or imagined entity within the poem. Understanding the speaker involves first persona. Persona is the character assumed by the poet to convey the poem's message. This persona may have distinct traits, emotion, and perspective. The second is POV, the character's point of view, like first person, second person, or even third person, shapes how the poem is presented and experienced by the reader. The third is identity. The speaker's identity, such as age, gender, cultural background, or social status, affects the poem's tone and meaning. And last but not least is purpose. The speaker's purpose or intention in the poem, whether it's to express emotion, tell a story, persuade, or even provoke thought, impact how the poem is interpreted. Next is why understanding speaker is important. The first is interpretation of meaning. By identifying the speaker's characteristics such as age, gender, background, readers can better grasp the poem themes, emotion, and underlying messages. The second is contextualizing the poem. The speaker provides context for the poem's content and narrative. Knowing who is speaking helps readers situate themselves within the poem's world and understand the speaker's relationship to the subject matter. The third is emotional connection. The speaker's emotion and experience influence the poem's emotional tone. Understanding the speaker allows readers to empathize with or relate to the sentiments expressed in the poem. And last but not least is analyzing perspective. The speaker's point of view influence how events are portrayed and interpreted within the poem. Examining the speaker's perspective reveals biases, insights, or limitations that shape the poem's narrative. Our next subject is tone. The tone of a poem reflects the emotional attitude or atmosphere conveyed by the poet through language and imagery. Understanding tone in poetry. First is emotion. Tone sets the emotional backdrop of the poem, whether it's joyful, somber, whimsical, reflective, or even intense. The second is language. The poet's choice of words, figurative language, and imagery contributes to the overall tone. Next is consistency. A tone can remain consistent throughout a poem or shift to reflect different emotion or perspective. And last is attitude. Tone reveals the poet's attitude towards the subject matter, which can range from admiration, criticism, irony, to even indifference. Analyzing the speaker and tone in poetry helps reader uncover deeper layers of meaning and emotion within the text. By understanding who is speaking and the emotional atmosphere created, readers can interpret the poem more accurately and appreciate the poet's craft in conveying complex thoughts and feeling through language. The speaker and tone work together to communicate themes, narratives, and messages, inviting reader to connect with the poem on an emotional and intellectual level. Our second topic is imagery in poetry. Imagery. Imagery in poetry refers to the use of vivid and descriptive language that appeals to the senses, creating mental pictures or sensation in the reader's mind. It involves the poet's skillful use of words and phrases to evoke sensory experience, emotion, and association. Imagery enrich the poem by making it more vivid, evocative, and memorable. Types of imagery. The first is visual imagery. Visual imagery are description that creates image in the reader's mind, often related to sight. For example, the golden sunset over the horizon. The second is auditory imagery. Auditory imagery are language that evokes sound or noises. For instance, the chirping of bird in the early morning. The third is olfactory imagery. Olfactory imagery are words that describe smell or scent. For example, the fragrant blossom in the garden. The next one is gustatory. Gustatory imagery are language that appeals to the senses of taste. For instance, the sweet, tangy flavor of ripe strawberries. The next is tactile imagery. Tactile imagery are descriptions that evoke sensation of touch or texture. For example, the rough bark of an old tree. Next is kinesthetic imagery. Kinesthetic imagery are words that convey movement or physical sensation. For instance, the swift flowing river. Our next topic is the importance of imagery in poetry. The first, imagery enhances the descriptive power of a poetry. Imagery brings some poems to life by painting vivid pictures and appealing to the reader's senses, making abstract concept more tangible and relatable. The second, it creates atmosphere and mood. Imagery sets the tone of the poem, establishing its emotional atmosphere and guiding the reader's interpretation. The third is deepening symbolism and meaning. Imagery can carry symbolic significance, enriching the poem's themes and underlying messages with layers of visual and sensory association. And last but not least, it engages the reader. By evoking sensory experience, imagery captivates the reader's imagination and foster a more immersive reading experience. And the conclusion is, imagery plays a fundamental role in poetry by transforming abstract ideas into concrete, sensory-rich experience. It allows poet to convey emotion, evoke atmosphere, and convey meaning in ways that resonate deeply with readers. Effective use of imagery enhances the beauty, depth, and emotional impact of a poem. And that concludes the explanation in this video. Thank you so much everyone for watching this video. If I have any mistakes, please forgive me because I am still student and therefore still learning. Thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.